And this was also known by seeing through two eyes. You notice 2 is a dualistic number, so you see everything in reality through 2 eyes. So how would it not be hard-coded dual? Especially when you live in a reality that has a day and a night, dual. Okay, and then so now there's this black man and a white man. Okay, dual. So now when you sit back in the, or up in the Arabot, meaning in the highest state of consciousness, the keeper of yourself, and you sit back up there and you're like, man, look, I'm telling you, you're down there on the dual plane. They're playing the dual game on you. They got Deuce, the god, who's Zeus. You got them battling like a yin and yang. You got one saying they're right, he's really white. Then you got the other one saying he's right, he's black. They're both absence of color. There's only 7 colors in the spectrum or the prism. Everybody's forgetting that there was original light shine through the prism first. We should probably see what that is. There's also a big dynamo in the sky pushing out an unlimited amount of energy that if for some reason it goes away, everything's going to get really crazy. So I need to know who that is. Start asking the real questions. This is how you get on the astral quest. The astral quest is within yourself. It's the inner verse.
Hello and welcome everybody. So today I will be reviewing the Black and Gay show presented by Freeman Fly and Jamie Hanshaw. And you can find them at freemantv.com, bringing a lot of insight. So this is really the second part. It's the Black and Gay Redux, the anti-friendship agenda. And they begin the show with some humor, and it's funny. It's a nice way to begin the show. But what they're really highlighting is the reflection in social media of the divide and conquer technique being witnessed here, of all the equal rights groups fighting each other, black against white, and just so on and so forth. So what I wanted to address about it is definitely watch the show, but I wanted to say that there are actually 3 sides to the coin. There are the 2 faces, the 2 opposite sides, the 2 opposing poles, and then there is the rim. And from being in the position of being in the center, you can see the whole picture, not being polarized in one side or the other, whatever that may be. And having that knowledge of being able to see the whole picture gives us more power to choose. So this is about uniting the masculine and feminine aspects of our consciousness, our intellect and ego, and our intuition, imagination, the left and the right brain, not being the victim or the abuser, and taking that center path to transcend the matrix. And really, what we're seeing externally is a reflection of everything internally. So once we do that work to ourselves, then we start to manifest a more balanced personal reality, and we can contribute to that collective frequency of people who are ready for that and taking part in revealing what's being hidden and working to change it. So I've heard Vinnie Eastwood say, and I'm sure he got it somewhere, there's nothing new under the sun, that the easy part is waking up. The hard part is getting out of bed, putting on the clothes and doing something about it. So let's realize that this Hegelian dialectic is being used against us, and that they just want to manufacture the debates and arguments we have. They're attention whores. That they depend on us thinking that we depend on them to keep us in line, to prevent chaos, ironically enough, when you can see it. So let's just spread the word and build on the friendship agenda. Invest ourselves into things that bear fruit. When we can immerse ourselves in the present moment and have purpose and express our creative essence, then we're really building a better reality. There are people responsible, and there are many levels and degrees of awakening and breaking out of belief systems, but whatever we can use can serve us if we see that it can serve us for personal improvement. If everything is a reflection of what's happening internally, then it's up to us as individuals forming the collective to do that work. And for those who are willing to be honest with themselves, planting seeds, and then that person has the option to choose because they see that expression of truth, and that's what it's really all about. So in saying all of that, check out Freeman TV, watch the YouTube videos on Freeman Fly, and there's also a show on Freeman's YouTube where he interviews Savan Bomar, and he brings a lot of high-level knowledge to the field, and that's what a lot of that show is talking about. So if you really want to, have a mental workout, listen to some of that and let it work on your subconscious, and we can receive and plant these seeds that provide the perception upgrade. So saying all of that, I definitely want to send to you all wholeness and balance vibrations.
And the answers will come up because the universe still functions like that. It's like this big, I don't even want to give it the term supercomputer because it's not inorganic. But the thing is that when you start really spitting out and you want to know the right questions, now when you get the answers, you're holding the frequency to those answers. Let me show you the keys to this. Now you're holding this frequency of quote unquote truth, higher truth. So it's very difficult to hold the frequency of higher truth and not become higher truth. You see what I mean? And then at certain points, there's an over the hill point where you start realizing, okay, wait a minute. All right, I know where I'm at. Okay, I'm awake. I wonder how long I've been asleep. Okay, what is it this time? What's the deal this time? And then you make the story from there. Oh, okay, you're here on Earth. It's obviously, 2012, they're expecting a major transition, but there's not much going on, not much moving and shaking. What's going on? Oh, there's a monopoly on the religion through monotheism. There's some type of refractor, meaning something is blocking the light between people and the original level of themselves. I think the term they use is called evangel or angel, someone who's supposed to convert the energy of this entity they're calling God into something that they can actually communicate with. Okay, we got an error because that's a short circuit. This is how you have to look at the entire situation, meaning that all we've been experiencing and our ancestors have been experiencing is somebody explaining to them what the totality really is. It's now time for us to see it. And then guess where you're going to see it? And it's not outside. This is also the key. Here's the key to the soul. You've never seen your soul with your two eyes because it's not outside, it's inside. And so you only can meet it inside. And so that's why the entire dimension is just wired like, hey, look at me, I'm outside. And it's as simple as that. This becomes the core secrets to the world. So when you start shutting the doors, they call this like cutting these tubes that are connected to you, if you can see them on the astral plane. You start cutting these tubes of things that are feeding energy. As I told you, spend energy like currency every day. They start cutting these tubes. And then you start to retain more of the energy and the chakra wheels start coming back on. Then now when the wheel comes on, the entire information disk of the biorhythm of you connected to that light or that spectrum comes on. And this, of course, is the challenge because now you have to you're coming into full realization. So most people, they open up the lower chakras first. So the lower chakra has everything to do with the fire, the world, what's been happening to a child when they're younger. All of that starts to come up. And this is like a heat, and it's a fire and a passion, but actually it's an anger, And as that anger starts to come up, if one has understand how to channel this energy properly, they use this anger and everything that's happened in the past to them to actually drive the reason why they're going to activate now.